My name is Achal, working as country head for WWICS Kuwait. First of all, thank you for joining this webinar. And I believe and pray that all of you are doing well during this pandemic situation. Today, the agenda of this session is just to give you the brief about all the residency by investment programs available with WWICS. We do have a wide variety of programs available, which start from property investment, starting your own firm, or establishments of buying existing businesses back in Canada and other countries. We are going to discuss today with you all the possible options where you can migrate with your family and in short span of time period, and we do our level best to give you the right product from the day one, so that tomorrow you should not jeopardize your application or delays in your application and you meet your right target as per the defined manner. So let's begin the session. WWICS inaugurated their services in 1993 back in Canada and India. We are the world's largest immigration group, having 32 offices round over the globe. Majorly, we are heading our operations from Canada, Australia, India, almost 18 plus branches. We have office in Middle East, in Dubai, Sharjah, Oman, Bahrain, Muscat. We have office in Kuwait, Qatar. So total, we have almost 32 offices round over the globe. We are operating our services from 27 years into immigration and resettlement services. Our company inaugurated, as I've told you, that company inaugurated their services in 1993 with immigration services. And when the people have started migrating to different countries, we also face that people need the placement and settlement services as well. So in 1996, we introduced our placement and relocation services through GPS, Global Placement Services. In 2000, we entered into education, where we have continental group of institutes, and they are providing wide range of education programs for students who are seeking education back in Canada, Europe, and all other way part of the world. In 2003, we got into hospitality, and we have the largest golf course back in India, which is Forest Hill Golf Course and Country Club. 2011, we got into real estate, and in 2017, we got into healthcare with West End Diagnostic Centers. The consulting services, what we provide is a wide range. We don't give the options on what we want to sell. We give the options which actually give you the success. And we first see what is your target goal, what is the idea behind of this investment you're looking at. We see your need, and then with our expertise, knowledge, we give you the advice. And with our past experience about the programs which gives the highest success rate, we offer you those programs and give you full support so that you meet to your success level, especially to that particular program. Today, as of date, we have expertise in investment categories under the Citizenship by Investment and Residency by Investment programs. Citizenship by programs, as the name says, that people who are seeking to enter in any of the programs where you can apply for citizenship. And citizenship programs are especially on the basis of investment in the real estate or into the government funds, especially in Caribbean countries, European countries. We have variety of options where you can apply for citizenship programs. Residency by investment is a wide range of programs what we have, and this is the main agenda of today's session, to discuss more about residency by investment. But yes, if you are seeking information regarding citizenship by investment program, you can drop us the questions and answers round, which is going to happen by end of the slides. We can take up your inquiries and we will personally give you a call and discuss about all the options available for citizenship by investment. Now, first, we'll start with the US program. Though this presentation is about European programs, but I want to give you the brief about all the programs what we have, so that nothing should left missed and you have the fair idea about all the programs we do have. And starting with US, under the EB5 program, there is no age limit for this program. There is no mandatory requirement of education. A person can be of any past experience background. It's not mandatory that you should be an owner of a company or you should be working as a senior management. Investment requirement under the EB5 program is 900,000 US dollars, which you have to invest into the government approved regional centers. Government approved regional centers are the areas where there is a lot of unemployment, and that's how the name stands. EB5, employment based fifth generation program, means the whole background of this program is to generate employment back in US. So you are going to invest 900,000 in the government approved projects. The locking period of this investment, you cannot withdraw this investment until you do not become a permanent resident status in US. Source of funds should be legitimate. You should have the proof from where you have earned this money, 900,000, and you have to give the documentation which justify your earnings of this 900,000. Dependent age of kids you can enter is with 21 years of age of your kids. Above to that, it's not possible, and this is the maximum slab of age criteria where you can add your kids into the application. The process is very simple in this whole program. The first is we do the due diligence of your application. We take your passport copies and send it to our attorneys. They do the world check for you that you do not have any crime or any offense on your background is very clear. Selection of the project, we are going to offer you the projects what we do have. You need to select any of one of those. Thereafter, you sign up the subscription agreement. Subscription agreement is basically that you are enrolling service for this particular project. Once you do that, thereafter we open your escrow account where you will park your investment amount of 900,000. Now, once you submit, once your escrow account is open, you have to start working on your documentations so that we prepare your application for I-526, which is the petition of filing your application for green card under this investment category. Review of your documentations, which is your source of funds, and thereafter it usually takes 6 to 9 months of time period for approval of I-526. At the time of submitting your application, you have to pay a government fee of 3,675 American dollars. Usually it takes 6 to 9 months for the approval. Once approved, attorney submits your immigration file with NVC, National Visa Center, with a government charges of $345 per person. Attend the interview at the nearest consulate, and once you receive your conditional green card, you can enter into US within 6 months of time frame, and attorney submits your I-829, which is the petition of removing your condition from the stay after entering into US. After 18 to 20 months, we lodge your application for I-829 to make yourself as a permanent resident. And from another 2.5 year stay, from that date of removal of the condition, you become eligible for citizenship. This is the program for US. In Canada, we have mainly right now we are dealing into 3 major programs, which are the most successful programs and the result oriented programs. The first most program which I'm going to discuss today is the owner operator program for Canada. Under this program, the eligibility is 21 to 60 years. Even above 60 years, someone can apply, but that is a case-to-case basis because 65 is the retirement age back in Canada. So the more age is, the more risk in the application are. Ideal situation is 21 to 60, but if someone is above 60 also, but less than 65, we can take those cases on case-to-case basis after proper verification from our attorneys. Education requirement under this program is secondary school, but we do prefer someone who have a diploma post-schooling and a bachelor's degree. That will be an add-on benefit for his or her application. Investment minimum starts from 300,000. Though government, they have not defined any minimum investment under this program. Anyone can invest with a minimum investment of $50,000-$60,000 also, but we have mentioned here 300,000. Reason because you are not going to find any business in Canada which is a profitable business and with the purchasing value of 300,000. We have done a lot of study in this program and we have seen that none of the business who is less than 300,000 is a profitable making business. And the whole concept on this owner operator program is to identify a profit making business for you so that you can buy that business and you can file your residency on that behalf. IELTS requirement under this program is 5 bands to 6 bands in each module. But recently we have done some of the cases where even without IELTS, the application was approved. But again, it is not mandatory for everyone not to enter into IELTS. It's always highly recommended because the first official language in Canada is English, and to run a business, it is mandatory that you should be having a local English knowledge language. Process is simple. We first take your application and send it to our attorneys for the due diligence. They review your application and confirm whether you will be eligible for this program or no. Once they give you the eligibility go ahead that yes, we can start your application, they will raise your quote for 50,000 US dollars approximately. That can be plus and minus, depends upon the business you're looking at and the profile of yours. How much work they have to do more on this case, their fee depends on that. But the most important thing why they are charging you this fee is to identify and source out the right business, which is a profit making business. And we are going to share with you the financials of those business for last 3 years as well, so that you can review and select the business you want to get into. When it comes to selection of the business, it's not that you can take any category of business. We have to see with your last 10 years about your expertise, what all you have. You can buy any of the business where you can transfer your skills into that business. For an example, I'm today working as an immigration consultant and I want to go under owner operator. Tomorrow, I'll say, sir, I want to apply for a restaurant. I want to buy a restaurant in Canada and I want to do a business over there for that. So government will put a hold or will ask for more justification and clarity that how you're going to run this particular program because you never had any past experience of running a restaurant. Now, at this point, it is still possible that I can do this program. So in this case, when I'm going to submit my application, I will also go for an exploratory visit that I've visited Canada. I have understood how the restaurant run, what are my clientele, from where I'm going to buy the food supplies, how many chef cooks I'm going to deal with. And if I am at that point of time very confident with the visa officer, there is still possibility to buy a business of non-relevant experience, but we highly recommend you to buy something of your own past experience. So we review the business, give you the options, we arrange an exploratory visit for you. You go to Canada, understand the business concept, and once you finalize the business, you have to transfer the value of the business in the attorney's account, which is a third party who's going to maintain your funds until your visa is approved. Why we are not giving the funds directly to the owner under this program? Because there is no guarantee even after buying the visa that you might not get rejected. Because if you get rejected, that funds which we have given to the seller, he is not going to return it back because the transfer of ownership has already been happened on your name. So we keep the money parked in the attorney's account, third party who's going to maintain that. And once the visa is approved, the amount of business goes to the seller. Otherwise, if once the case rejected or something, we can refile, and what are the grounds of those refusal, we will work on that, and we can submit the case, and again it is very much possible for a success. But if anyhow the case gets jeopardized or something, your money is safe and it will come back to you. We prepare your application. Once the business ownership is transferred, we prepare the file for linear application, and it takes approximately 3 to 4 months of time period for having an approval, and you get your temporary residency visa, because that is the only route which allows you to enter Canada faster. After finalizing the business, applying for a temporary residency, which is like a work permit from that business, and you get into Canada. But parallelly, we will suggest you how you can become a permanent resident as well, because from that particular business, a job offer will be created for you. Now that job offer, if it is of a senior management professional, will give you 200 points to your federal file so that you can become a PR from the day one. Or if the business is generating a job offer for you for a manager level or a senior manager level, that will give you 50 points to your application. And if still helps you to get a PR, of course, we will work on that application. Otherwise, initially you will be going as a temporary worker, because that is the fastest route to enter. And why we do prefer this, because once the ownership is transferred on your name, the seller is not going to wait for a long for you to come and join that business, because permanent residency is going to take approximately 6 to 9 months or approximately an year. So no one is going to wait for that long for you guys. So we will make sure that you get into temporary residency and get into Canada. This is how the whole Canada owner operator program works. Very qualified program, very well result oriented program, and a lot of success ratios we have in this program in the past, and many applications are still going on. It's a quality program to apply. Another program is the New Brunswick program. New Brunswick is the provincial nomination program which gives you the right to land as a permanent resident from the day one. This is the only provincial nomination business investor category stream program which allows you to get a PR from day one. Eligibility for this program is that you have to score 65 points out of 100. Age should be between 22 to 55. Experience, you should be holding a senior management level experience. And if you are a business holder, then your business shares equity should not be less than 33% for last 3 years. Education, minimum 2 years post-secondary qualification. Education credential assessment is mandatory in this whole processing, because your education will be verified by a government approved body, which is WES, World Education Services, and we have to send all your education papers to them so that they can give you the equivalency level of your qualifications. IELTS is mandatory in this program, 4 to 6 bands, but the more you have, much better is for your application. And if your wife is also taking IELTS, is beneficial to your application to secure more points. Liquid money, 3,000 Canadian dollars is a must. And the minimum investment which you have to do once your visa is approved in Canada and you land over there, within the first 2 years, you have to invest 250,000 Canadian dollars in your own business. And you also have to make a government deposit, which is a security deposit, or it's also called as a good faith deposit of 100,000 with government. And exploratory visit is beneficial. Job creation is 2 Canadians you have to hire in this business. Approximately time period for this whole process is 18 months. First step is the exploratory visit, which has to be of 5 working days, where our attorneys will send you the invitation. If you already hold a Canada visitor visa, you can go directly on that. Otherwise, our attorneys will help you to get a visitor visa for Canada, which is a business visit, and you will go over there and enter into this exploratory visit. In this visit, they are going to make you aware about all the businesses available in that area zone, where the business centers are, what are the government official bodies you have to deal with in, how you will be establishing your company, what are the schools available, which are the places where real estate you can buy, what are your clientels, customers, all these things will happen over there, and a detailed plan of report you have to maintain for yourself in this exploratory visit, because everything what all you have gained over there in this 5 years will be attached to your business concept and the plan. Mandatory must in this whole application. Submit documentations for EOI that will be lodged along with the business concept. Business concept is basically what kind of business you're going to do in Canada. Okay. EOI is valid for 1 year, and there is no cost of applying for your EOI. We will submit your application to government. Now they will review everything that you do meet this 65 points or no. The net worth, especially under this whole program, which is the whole criteria of 600,000, has to be from a CA, Chartered Accountant report, which should be verifiable by Canada government. So Canadian government is going to verify your net worth, that it is a genuine net worth or no, or you meet all the eligibility criteria for this program or not. If you meet all these criteria and your application has been submitted for EOI, you will receive your invitation to apply. Once you receive invitation to apply that you are eligible for this program, then we are going to submit your provincial application with PETL, that is Department of Post-Secondary Education, Training and Labor. This is a department which has been assigned by Government of Canada, New Brunswick, to verify each and every application that this business is going to benefit the local economy of New Brunswick or no. The total fee of application with PTEL will be of 2,000 Canadian dollars, non-refundable. Interview with PTL, they will ask you to come for an interview. That can be a direct interview face-to-face, so they might call you to New Brunswick, or they can even do a WebEx with you, or they can ask you to go to the nearest consulate and attend that interview. In some cases, maybe, I'm not sure that whether it will be in your case or no, but there is a possibility also, if your application is very strong and everything is good, clean, they might even give you the interview waiver, possible. But once the interview is cleared and they give you the approval, they will ask you to make a good faith deposit with Government of New Brunswick of 100,000 Canadian dollars. This is a security deposit because right now, till now, you have not invested anything. It is just the documentations you have shown to the government. So what is the guarantee a government should have, because they are giving you a permanent residency, that you are going to come and going to invest over there? So that is the reason they are asking you to put this security deposit of 100,000 Canadian dollars. Now, thereafter, once you do that, they will issue you the nomination certificate, and then we submit your application for permanent residency, which takes another 6 to 9 months of time period for an approval. You will be getting your permanent residency card, and within that time period of PR, the first 2 years, you have to go over there and establish your business in Canada. If you fail to invest 250,000 in the first 2 years, whatever the security deposit you have made, which is 100,000 Canadian dollars, will be forfeited by the government, and there is no refund on that. But if you establish your business and you have all the documents prove that my business has been established and this is the capital of the business, which is 250,000 and above, you will be claiming your refund of 100,000, which is after 1 year of continuous running the business. You will be eligible to take that money back. otherwise it will be forfeited. Approximately time period for this program is 18 months, a quality program, very good program to apply. The main summary I will repeat again, your net worth should be 600,000. From that 600,000, you have to show to government that you are going to pull up 300,000 cash. You might have a question now, I do not have 300,000 cash. Now, in this case, everyone is aware that no one keeps 300,000 cash available, but you should have the source from where you can immediately bring that 300,000. That might be disposing of your property or liquidating your fixed deposits or government bonds, anything. So you should be able to justify that I can manage 300,000 cash. This is the whole summary behind the whole program of New Brunswick. Next program we are discussing is the Nova Scotia program. It's a temporary residency program, and it has an eligibility criteria of that your age should be between 21 to 55 maximum. Maximum points, which is the highest points under this program, is given for the age group of 33 to 39. Means as per the government, the ideal age of applying under this program is 33 to 39. But if you are above to that age also, there is no harm, we can apply, but condition to the fact that your points should come more from other factors. Experience, 5 years of senior management level experience is required. 3 years as a business owner experience is also required, where your equity shares partnership should not be less than 33% in the business. Some of the people have a doubt that even a senior manager can apply for this program or no. Yes, a senior manager can apply, but that depends upon how big the organization is. What all authorities as a senior manager this person has. If that person can prove with the documentation that he or she has the decision making authority in their hand and their salary is almost equivalent to a senior management professional, then yes, those people can also apply, but these are case to case basis. But moreover, preference is senior management level experience. And when we say senior management level, like general manager, director, CEO, CFOs, all this, first management level of the company. English IELTS is required 4 to 6 bands, three bands in each module for spouse, which will be beneficial for your application in terms of securing points. Your net worth should be 300,000 Canadian dollars. A chartered accountant report is mandatory to prove that you secure a net worth of 300,000. Exploratory visit is mandatory because that is going to help your application to make it stronger. Minimum investment you have to do in New Brunswick is 150,000 Canadian dollars, and you have to create 2 jobs in that business. The processing time period is almost 18 months of time frame. First is that you have to go for an exploratory visit under this program for 5 days, and this option actually increase your points in the whole programming. Submit all documents as per the requirement so that the EOI can be lodged with the government along with the business concept. EOI is valid for 1 year. There is no fee of submitting EOI. EOI stands for expression of interest, which means that I want to be a part of Nova Scotia. Meets the cutoff score, which is the cutoff normally they do every 3 or 4 months or 6 months, 1 draw or 2 draws, depends upon the intakes they are looking at. The last draw, which was happened in 5th January 2020, the selection points was 115. After adding all your points, if your score is coming 110 above or 115, it's good application as per the qualifying criteria. And the more you have the points, the much better chances are there, because I will not take your application until you do not meet the selection criteria. Last draw is 115. If I'm going to take your application, I will see at least you should score 105 and above, which is an ideal case because you have the fair chances in near future to get selected. Otherwise, if your application points are less than 105 or so, And if the draws are happening 110, 115, 112, you will never get your invitation and you will stuck with this investment of what all you have done. So I will not recommend anyone who is less than 105 points. Submission of the whole application to Nova Scotia authorities. There will be a requirement of a personal interview where they will call you for interview, and you have to sign a business performance agreement that you're going to do this business in Nova Scotia. Initial temporary residency of 2 years is granted to the family. Established business with minimum investment of 150,000 Canadian dollars. After the successful business establishment, receive the provincial nomination, and then you can submit your application for permanent residency. This is how you're going to become a PR, permanent resident of Nova Scotia. So first phase is complete the whole application, get your invitation, get the selection done, and get your residency for 2 years. Within this 2 years, establish your business and invest 150,000 Canadian dollars. As soon as you do that, thereafter we will apply for your PR, permanent residency, which will not take another 6 to 9 months from that day, and even faster because you will be within the country. So application will be little faster and quick. These were the programs for Canada. Now we will discuss about the UK program. UK sole representation is one of the program where you can establish a firm and you will be representing your current firm in UK. Means you are already working as a senior employee of a company or senior management level of a company or senior professional, and you want to open a branch in UK. This program is for those. Or even though if you are a business owner or a partner, your partnership should not exceed above 33% as an ideal case. Because if there is anything above 33%, the case will be little complicated. Business investment has to be 50,000 pounds. There will be medical examination for you that you should be tuberculosis free, and dependent child up to age of 18 can part B of this application. Process, we will check the profile first and initial due diligence will be there. Release of the checklist of the documentations, you will start preparing your documents and your business plan, how you will be relocating any of your senior professional of the company to run that business in UK. Applying application will be submitted to UK authority. And once you submit the application and they are satisfied with all your documentation, they will send you the invitation for an interview. Now, once you have interview, you have attended it and you get an approval, you will get the visa grant within 3 weeks of file submission. The validity of visa is for 3 years, which will be renewable for another 2 years. And apply for ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain after 5 years. Indefinite leave to remain means now you are permanent in Canada. Business must be active in both the countries for this tenure. You should not be ignoring one of your major business and only focus on UK business, because the concept in this whole program is that your main business should be active. Apply for citizenship after 6 years, and there are some government fee involved in this whole program. The processing should not take more than 6 months under this program. Innovator visa, this is another category for UK program where you have to come up with an idea of some innovative business which will help the economy of UK. Under this program, I will straight simple come is anyone can apply for this program. There is no mandatory requirements, though there is a requirement of education for a bachelor's degree. A person should be able to take 5 bands in IELTS, should be able to invest 50,000 pounds. This is the whole concept behind this. We will make your business plan and submit to the authorities. The main idea behind this innovative visa is that your business plan should be endorsed by one of the endorsement bodies. There are set panel of endorsement bodies which has been defined by government of UK. Your application will go to those endorsement bodies, and once it goes to them, they will see whether this business is going to be benefited to UK economy or no. If they think that yes, there is some changes here and there you can do, and thereafter you can enter into, you can make some changes and get into this endorsement of the business plan, they will suggest you those as well. But uh, this is how it is going to be. Attend the interview. If approved, you will be getting your application within 3 months, 3 weeks as an approval. Visa is valid for 3 years. Apply for ILR, indefinite leave to remain, and after 6 years, you will be eligible for citizenship. Just 1 second. Yeah. So this is about the UK Innovator program. It's a quality program, should not take more than 4 to 6 months of the whole processing. Now we'll directly come to the investment programs for Europe. That was the whole agenda of this event, and I have shared US, Canada, and other programs just to give you some brief that there are more options available with us. Now, under this program of Portugal, okay, it's a golden residency visa where you can have your golden residency by investment into the real estate. Investment starts from 280,000 euros and it goes up to 500,000 euros and above as per your convenience. But minimum 200,000 euros has to be invested into the real estate. The age criteria is 21 years and above. There is no mandatory requirement of education. There is a no minimum, the minimum requirement of stay is 7 days per year. Minimum investment, I have already told you. Dependents, children up to 18 years of age and above 18 can also be part of this application if they are financially dependent on you. Financially dependent means they are not married and all of their expenses are taken care by you. Parental and maternal parents can also apply for this application if they are 65 years, and they can be included in this application along with yours. Process is very simple in this. The due diligence and world check will happen, and we will give you the options of properties available for sale and the projects where you can invest your money. Properties, you can buy your own real estate and you can re-rent those, or you can give to the property management firms who can run the business for you, or you can apply for some projects. We normally do have some projects where you can invest your money and that is going to give you a return of almost 4 to 5% annual, and your all of your expenses above to your investment amount, you're securing that. So for an example, you're investing 280,000 and you're getting 4% return. That means almost 45 to 50,000 euros you have got back as a profit. So these are some options which I do have. Now, once you select the options, we will open your bank account, which can be done by yourself going to Portugal and do it yourself, or we will send you the documentation from the bank side and bank professionals will contact you directly and they will open your bank account in Portugal. You also need to issue a limited power of attorney for the attorneys, for the lawyers who are going to work on your purchase of the property and issuing of the title deed. Visit local Portugal embassy and consulate here for documents authentication. Transfer the property and project value into the account which you have opened in Portugal. Once the money reach over there, attorney starts working on your title deed and then they will apply for your biometrics, which should come within 4 weeks of time period, around a month. You will travel to Portugal with all your family members who are part of the application. Once the biometrics has been submitted, then the case will be filed with the government for the residency. It will take approximately 4 to 6 months of time period of getting your golden residency visa card. Then you will be eligible for applying for your citizenship after 5 to 6 years. Residency will be issued to you initially for 1 year, which is going to be renewed for another 2 more years, then another 2 more years. Every year you have to stay 7 days, that's it. And after 6 years, 5 to 6 years, you are eligible to apply for citizenship. Actually, after 5 years, you are eligible to file your citizenship, but the processing normally takes approximately 6 to 9 months, or maybe a little less also. This is the program about Portugal. Spain, the program is almost the same about what we have discussed in Portugal. The only difference, the major difference here comes is the investment. Investment under the Spain program is €500,000, which have to go into the real estate. That can be one real estate or can be two. Dependent age is up to 21 years of age, and if your kids are above 21, they should be financially dependent, same like Portugal is. The processing and everything is almost the same what I've discussed here, but under this program, you will be getting your golden residency card within 2 or 3 months of selecting of the property. Should not take more than that. And a major difference which is there comparing to Portugal, here the time period of getting citizenship is more than Portugal, because here you'll get your citizenship after 8 to 10 years, and your residency will be for 5 years, which will be renewed for another 5, like that way. So this is the Spain investment program. Greece, the processing is almost the same what I have discussed before, but here the age criteria is 21 years and above. There is no requirement of education, experience. Minimum stay is also not required, nothing. And your investment into the real estate has to be €250,000 plus the government charges. So €250,000 you can invest into one real estate or two, that depends on you. And processing remains the whole same. We will offer you the options of properties available for sale. You will choose one of those. Thereafter, we open your bank account, you park your money in there, apply for power of attorney so that lawyers can apply for your title deed. Once that is done, thereafter they apply for your biometrics. Once the biometrics is done, then your golden residency is issued. This also takes approximately 4 to 6 months total of getting your golden residency, but very good program to apply for. Rental income is also good in Greece, which can be almost 4 to 5% annually. Another program is for Malta, a very quality program and highly in demand program as of date. But all other programs which we have discussed before for European countries will be eligible for giving you citizenship. But Malta, this program will not be eligible for giving citizenship, because now they are coming up with some new changes which will happen by July for the citizenship program. Before the citizenship program, investments was almost like 1.23 million, approximately above 2 million. But now they are working on those, and I'm not sure what will be the new changes, but once they will announce the new changes or something, we will let you know. This program is hardcore only for people who are looking for residency. And this program is called as MRVP, Malta Residency and Visa Program. Under this program, the age is minimum 18 years and above. Dependent child should be 18 years and above, 18 years up to 18 years, and parents and grandparents can be part of this application. Income and assets. Under this program, it is mandatory that you should be having an annual income. Before you apply, they will see, are you earning annually €100,000 or no? Or you should have an assets in total of 500,000 euros before you submit your application, and this you have to maintain throughout your residency till whenever the residency renewals will be there. They are going to see that you have the earnings of 100,000 or you have assets of €500,000. Property investment, there are two options under this. What they are saying is either you apply for 270,000 euros minimum investment in real estate in south of Malta or Gozo, or you can invest 320,000 euros into real estate anywhere in Malta. Or second option, what they are saying is you can go for the property rental option, where you can go for a 5 years contract property rental of minimum 10,000 euros in South Malta or Gozo. Or if you want to take into the capital Valletta, you have to invest 12,000 euros. So you have option of investing of minimum real estate 270 or a property rental of 10,000, your choice, any of one of this. Also for this program, it is mandatory that you should have a comprehensive insurance policy which can give you a claim of 50,000 euros in Malta. Maybe you already have a medical insurance, but you have to check with your insurance company that it is eligible to give me a claim in Malta or no. If not, for this process, you have to buy one insurance policy for each member, which will give the claim up to 50,000 euros and above. Under this program, due diligence will be done. All your documents will be checked by the government authorities. Preparation of application and scrutiny of documents by government approved agents. We will send your papers to them and they will verify everything. All the documents under this program have to be in English language. And precisely what all I have discussed in other countries, they have their own local languages local languages like Portugal, it's Portuguese, Spain, Spanish, like that way. Malta, the first official language is English. So people who are English professionals who know English well, this is the country which is going to be beneficial to those, because you will not face problem related to the language barrier, because English is the mostly speaking language in Malta. In other countries also they speak English as the language, but maybe not everyone, depends. Submission of the file with 5,500 non-refundable fee to MRVA, which is Malta Residency Visa Agency. Malta Residence Visa Agency will conduct the due diligence on your documents, and within 4 to 6 weeks they will say yes or no on your application, whether they will take your application or not. If they approve, then you have to pay the balance contribution for the government, which is 24,500. The total government contribution is 30,000. Out of that 30,000, you have paid already 5,500 as a non-refundable. If they say yes, then you will pay the balance. If they say no, your application is closed at that point only. And submit the papers for your property rental to the government, which will be either you will go for a property rental of 12,000 or 10,000, or you will buy a property. That is up to you. Along with this time, you have to enroll into a government bond. You have to invest money into the government bond, which is 250,000 euros. Or if you are not willing to park your money 250,000 euros for another 5 years, then you can go for one-time investment, which is 75,000 euros, and the bond will be financed by the professionals, which is 75,000 euros non-refundable. Once you meet all above requirements, agent will submit your application with the government. It will take approximately 3 months of time period for your approval, and the residency card will be issued to you. This is the whole program. If I have to give you a summary of this whole program, what will be the costing of a family of 4 and 5 under this whole program? The total cost through the financing route should not go above to 150, 160,000 euros. That is almost, if I have to convert in dollars, 175, 80,000 euros. Dollars is sufficient enough for a family of 4 and 5 members, and you get your residency for Malta. Hungary is another program where the minimum investment starts with 50,000 euros. You can start your own company in Hungary. Minimum age for an applicant should be 18 years. There is education requirement of high school, and dependent children should be up to 18 years of age. Under this is the lowest investment program right now what we have, but it is through the company establishment. You have to start your own firm in Canada, in Hungary. Now, for this program, first we will get your due diligence done, where the attorneys will check that your eligibility is met. Once that is done, they will issue you the checklist of documents. You will start working on the documentations along with the support of our expert team and the attorneys back in Hungary. All the documentations has to be in Hungarian language, has to be translated in that, and apostilles and everything will be required. If you can get those apostilles and everything done on your end, it's okay. Otherwise, we will give you the support of getting that done. Once all documentations are compiled, everything is ready, we will book your appointment with the nearest consulate. You will go there with all your documents for the verification of documents. They will see your originals and the translations, what you have done. Once that has been done, then the whole set of documents has to go to Hungary. The lawyers will start working on your company incorporation, and then they will set an appointment with the immigration department with the Hungarian government. Travel on visit visa as per a registered appointment. They will give you an appointment date. So by that time you have to reach to Hungary. So your visitor visa application will be supported by the lawyer by an invitation letter, and our team of experts will help you in getting the visitor visa for Hungary. Chances of refusal under this visa for visit visa is very less because already you have a government invitation for an appointment. So there are fair chances of getting an approval. Travel to Hungary and collect your, then upon receiving your, once you go over there, you do your, you meet on the appointment, explain all your application, open your bank account, insurance, everything, submit your fingerprints. Within 30 to 40 days, receive the decision of your application. And once the decision has been taken approval, they will issue you the temporary residency through Hungarian embassy, get your visa stamp, and within 30 days, you have to travel to Hungary and get your residency card. Residency card is valid for 1 year, followed by 2 years extension, and at the third year, you will be applying for your permanent residency. But for each renewal or the extension, it is mandatory that your business should keep on going on. Means it should be active business, regardless that it is a zero making profit business or what, but your business should be active. You should be having in one employee as an Hungarian in this business. You should be paying your salaries, taxes, everything on time. Once you become permanent resident, thereafter another total of 6 years from the day one you entered into Hungary, you will be eligible for your citizenship after 6 years. This is a program for Hungary. This whole program should not take more than 6 months of time period. Next program we are discussing now is the CYPRUS Permanent Residency Program. Under this program, you will be getting your residency within 6 to 7 months of time period if you go through the fast track. And if you are going through the regular processing, it will take approximately 18 months, 12 to 18 months. How this whole program works, the age of a person as an applicant should be 21 years of age. Dependent children up to 18 years, and if your kids are above 18 years but less than 25, should be financially dependent on you. Education is not mandatory under this program. Source of funds should be legitimate, means from where you have got these funds is mandatory required. Fund there are two options as I have told you. One is 6 months and another is 18 months. How the processing works under the fast track is that you have to buy a property of 300,000 euros, and you also have to do a fixed deposit with government of Cyprus of 30,000 euros. Now this fixed deposit will be locked for 3 years. You cannot withdraw that, and you should also have an annual income of 30,000 euros. That is for the main applicant, and for each dependent 5,000 euros will be added to the total income, and 8,000 euros for parent. For example, a family of 2 members are there, so total 35,000 euros your annual income should be there. So 30 plus 5, like that. Regular process, your investment into the property will be of 150,000, which is almost half of 300,000. Fixed deposit will be the same 30,000 euros, which has to be locked for 3 years. Your annual income should be 30,000 euros, and same like the fast track option. How the processing works in this whole application: due diligence will be done for you, and thereafter we will release the checklist of documents. File preparation, collection of documents, and selection of the property. Travel to Cyprus for property purchase or issue limited power of attorney to the lawyer on your behalf to do all the documentations part. The whole process can be arranged without being present in the country. Application will be examined by Civil Registry and Migration Department and submit application to permanent residency, permanent secretary to the Ministry of Interior, who will make a decision within 2 months of time period about your application. Thereafter, you have to travel Cyprus for the biometrics with your family, receive the residency card, and it is not necessary to reside in Cyprus. There is no mandatory requirement, but every 2 years there is a requirement that once you come every 2 years, you have to land there once. There are some additional government charges which are applicable, like property transfers, that will be discussed one-to-one with you. But this is a program which can be done within 3 to 6 months if you go through the fast track process, and can be done for between 12 to 18 months if you go through the regular process. Next program is for Bulgaria. Under this program, you will be getting a permanent residency. And this is the only program available right now in Europe where you can invest your money into a government bond. Now, the government bond investment will be 512,000 euros, and your kid's age should be 24 years maximum. Your funds should be legalized earned money. The processing time period will take 6 months of time frame, where first we will get your due diligence done. Once that is done, we will release you the checklist of documents and the invoice for the legal charges for the lawyer, attorneys. The legal charges under this program is for main applicant and spouse 35,000 euros, and for each dependent 2,500 euros. That is an additional cost. Once all documents are collected, we will arrange the client appointment with Bulgarian consulate to sign legal documents for the bond investment, and notification of funds transfer will be issued to you. Thereafter, you will transfer the investment of the bond, and then you will transfer that money into the attorney's trust account. All the money will be parked from there. Then attorney will start working on your bond purchase. Bond certificate will be issued to you once the money has been transferred for the bond. Then you need to apply for the visa D for the client, and thereafter you get the you have to get into the Bulgaria and give your biometrics, fingerprints. Visa D is mandatory to apply even if the client has valid Schengen D. If you already have a Schengen visitor visa, but still you have to apply for visa D because it's a mandatory requirement from Bulgarian government. Attorneys will file petition for permanent residency. Once approved, permanent residency will be granted to client. Client needs to travel Bulgaria to collect permanent residency card, and that's how the whole process is done. 5 years permanent residency is issued to you, which is renewable at every time. And after 6 years, you can apply for citizenship. There is another option for Bulgaria to become a citizen after 1 year, where you will double the investment amount of 512. So that we will discuss one-to-one if you are interested for this program. But this is one of the safe program because you're investing your money 512,000 euros into a government bond that will be refunded back to you after 5 years. So this is one of the safe programs to invest in. This is how we are present globally. We have our office back in Canada, Australia, India, almost 13, 14 offices, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Kenya. We have vast global network of 32 offices around over the globe, and we work 24/7 for our client needs, and we are having majorly clients from worldwide, And from last 27 years, we have done more than 150,000 cases, and people have landed to their dream destination. This is how you can contact us. That's our office address, which is floor 15, Al Shuruk Tower 2, Jabir Al Mubarak Street, Sharjah, Kuwait. That's my personal mobile number, available on WhatsApp as well, 60350035. My email ID, achal.a@immigrationwix.com. Facebook, we have our Facebook page where you can get latest updates on each and every program, what we offer. Facebook account is WWICS Kuwait. Instagram account is WWICS Kuwait. That's all from my side. If you have any questions, you can ask any point of time. Any questions? Hello. Anyone has any questions? There is one question from Miss Suganya. Miss Suganya, are you there?
Hello. Hi.
Yes, hi, ma'am.
Yes.
How are you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. Please tell me.
Yes, I need to know more details about this UK program. Further more details.
Which program you're interested in UK? There are two programs I have discussed today. One is the innovator and another is the sole representation.
I believe I would go for sole representative.
So in the sole representative, the current company where you are working should allow you to go and open a branch for you in UK. And under
Okay.
this program, you have to invest minimum £50,000 in UK to establish your company over there. This program,
Okay.
your main company in Kuwait should be operating for another 5 years. That should not be closed. That is a whole main agenda behind this program. And you should be able to open your firm in UK and run the same kind of concept of the business there, which actually helps to generate income for you in the Kuwait business. This is the whole concept behind the sole representation. Means you are representing your business in Kuwait in UK.
All right.
So
Okay.
this,
What?
this
Okay.
this program should not take more than 5 to 6 months of time frame. Everything depends upon how clear your documentations are and your business plan. So once everything is placed right on the track, your application gets approved and you get your residency for 3 years.
So it can be any business, is it? It can be a IT business or any business. It can be, right?
Then it has to be coping up with your current business in UK, or the company you are working in should allow you to open the branch in UK. For example, you are working today, let's say in a restaurant, okay? Now that
Okay.
restaurant or IT company should open a similar kind of business concept back in UK. You will be heading
Okay.
that business. Now, it should not be that you are working currently for an IT company and tomorrow in UK you're going and opening a grocery store. Not like that. It has to be correlated.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain the next one which you have for UK?
The next program is for
The
innovator.
innovative.
It's basically
Okay.
that you yourself wants to open your own company in UK. And for
Mm-hmm.
this, you should have, as the name says, innovator, some unique business concept you should be coming up with, which will be uh, which will be endorsed by the government bodies. These endorsement
Okay.
bodies are selected by the government of UK, where they will see and monitor your business plan, what you have arranged, and they will see that this business concept is going to help the UK economy or not. Means this business is something unique in nature. If that business is something unique, endorsement body is going to approve it, or if it is something close for the approval, they will give their guidance that how you can, make it more strong or come with some other idea for getting an approval. Under this program, also the investment is £50,000.
Okay. So is it the £50,000 only the charges, or there'll be more charges like
Ma'am,
medical or your consultancy charges or?
the £50,000 is the investment into the business, but definitely there will
Okay.
be up to that some attorney charges, government charges, which will be applicable. Like here I have mentioned 1021 pounds per person, and the health surcharges of 1200 pounds per person. So those will be some additional costs, so that we can discuss one to one about the total costing on this whole program which will be involved.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify, because I received a presentation from one of your executive. He had
Hmm.
just mentioned that he have some options for Australia as well. So do you have anything for Australia or for New Zealand?
We have, but currently we have put it on hold for some time period because we are finalizing some attorneys back in Australia and New Zealand. So currently it's on hold, but very soon we will be coming up with.
All right. Okay, then I'll get in touch with the executive.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Anyone has any questions? So that's all from the presentation. If you need to contact me, this is our contact information, and we'll be happy to serve you. Thank you, and thanks a lot.